Back at it again at the Xfinity Analyst Desk here at the Intel Esports Arena. We have got ourselves a good one. You can look forward to this as we don't venture to break down what we did just witness on Cobble and indeed what's coming up on Inferno. Got myself Yankir Paunovic, otherwise known as YNK, and Chad Birchall, otherwise known as Sponge, I believe is how he likes to hear it pronounced. It's his favorite pronunciation of his nickname. Thank you, Yankir.
Spent a lot of time with him, yeah, unfortunately.
What's your nickname backwards, Yankir?
KNY.
That sounds kind of cool.
Because
I was playing a game with Lauren Pansy Scott, put all our names backwards, and mine just made me like a Turkish player, you know, like kind of Enicham. It sounds kind of Turkish.
Oh, I see what you're doing.
So I had to role play as a Turkish player.
You do a lot of role playing recently. Alex.
I do, don't I? Yeah. But Enicham was a much better sniper than Machine's ever been. Anyway, guys, Chad B and Yanko Paunovic, Yankee P. Oh, I like it. Let's talk about it. Cobblestone didn't quite go to plan.
Yeah.
NiP, like, you know, Henry was shoveling in coal into this NiP hype train, and then
Yanko was on
didn't
board.
even leave the station. You
I was
were
on board.
as well.
He was shoveling train. I was shoveling wood into the forest.
Just
Doesn't
shoveling
really
wood in.
Yeah,
just get the logs in.
You know, I thought usually it's what happens, especially with NiP and Forest. Again, they tend to play really, really well after a roster change. You know, they get that motivation back, the drive, and everything. But it wasn't meant to be. fnatic didn't give them any chance to do so. You know, even in some of the rounds early on, where NiP would have an advantage, first gun round 5v4, fnatic just brings it back. And it seems like they came out with a, you know, different, with some fire today, fnatic did.
That first gun round, it actually turned out, you know, it was in a 2-on-4 scenario, and then Golden just whipped on out, grabbed 3 kills, took over the bomb site, and they won it from there. The pistol round was a 2-on-3 in the advantage of NiP. They weren't able to close out. There was another big round. Flusher was actually able to win a 1-on-2 situation. And, you know, that's kind of where the half spiraled well and truly out of control. But Flusher was he was on fire, you know. He was playing with a bit of vintage Flusher style.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
and new addition Dennis as well, just to highlight.
Yeah, also in some of the rounds, you could tell like they were playing maybe careless, fnatic did, but I think they were just trying to make a statement, you know, trying to exert dominance from the very start against NiP, because when it comes to these two teams, these lineups, it's not just about, you know, the game. There's a lot of mind games going on as well, back and forth. So fnatic with a clear play style coming into this one.
Bit of Swedish banter, I'm sure, was exchanged as well as there. It's kind of a battle you outlined before, Chad. It's a battle for kind of being the best in Sweden. It's all up in the air, and games like this, as petty as it may seem, definitely in their mind contributes to it.
It's not petty, you know, and there's national pride on the line 100%. Here. NiP, you know, fnatic have always been in the shadow of NiP in terms of popularity within Sweden, but in terms of being the best team in recent times, it's always been that fnatic roster. Looking ahead here between Flusher and Geralt, he just absolutely beasted up. Geralt had a pretty rough time in the drop zone. He had the alligator up early, didn't really reap any dividends. Not a great performance from him, but they got manhandled in that first half. They were just lightly choked out of it, and fnatic, you know, 12-3. It just felt eventual.
I don't know. I'm very torn on the shotguns in drop room and SMGs, even if you have the money for a proper rifle, simply because obviously it's effective in the drop room. But what happens when you have to move anywhere else? What happens if they're going 4B platform and you're not smoked off, short is not smoked off, and if you had a rifle, you could like get players jumping down, you could have some duels or something. You can't do anything with the shotgun, you can just hide. So I think actually some teams should use that to exploit your defense. If you know that a player goes for it more often than not, just maybe fake A pretty weak, you know, just throw some nades there to keep the 2 players on A, have the guy in drop. If you run out B platform, you basically have only 2 guys to deal with proper weaponry and utility, and you can abuse that to a significant point. So that's what troubles me, even if you have to rotate to A, right, long ranges through the door. I just am not a huge fan of it because of how it impacts situations other than drop room.
And that's a prime example of when our analysts do say trends. You identify trends when you do your research. That's something that you could have, you know, formulated.
I don't know how JW got 2 kills here. But
yeah, this is ridiculous. And I know, Chad, you had something to say about this clip.
Yeah, well, that second kill basically got fnatic in the round and had a chance to be able to close it out. But if they had lost this round, this could have spiraled. We may have potentially been looking at yet another lovely overtime, which is what I was really...
It felt like it, didn't it?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. That second kill by JW was actually huge. The context of that is they lose this round, fnatic, the reset potentially happens, and from there, their economy's in the bin. It's not looking good for them at that point.
Yeah, if there's any way to watch that again as well, just through the start of that clip, I don't know if our Wizards backstage could bring it up just one more time, just because it was such a quick deletion. Suddenly, if Dennis does get that frag on JW, that bomb is down, everyone's comfortable, and the round is already, you know, one more round away, economy's reset.
Here we go.
And it shows you the smallest of margins. He's aware, like, he has to stand in this exact position to shield himself from drop for just a little while. That gives him enough time to get the kill on Rez first and then on Dennis second. So that's obviously the biggest problem you have as a B side player is when you lose control of platform and drop, there's nowhere to hide. That's probably, beside Chicken Cook, the one place where you can hide and still not get pinched from both sides simultaneously.
Yeah, indeed. And talking of pinch, there's no map that has so much more rotations and pinching than Inferno. We are going there next. It's going to be our next map.
Should
to
be
these
straight
battles
fire.
duke it out. It is going to be straight fire. I like that. Dank. But fnatic NiP, any change in our expectations? But now we know, well, we've seen a map and we know the different second.
The best thing about NiP for me on this map was their T side and some of the innovation of strats that they came up with when it was first introduced into the pool. The question mark is, have they had time to show Dennis those strategies? Are they still going to run with those executes? Are they going to be in the pocket to be able to pull out? Because Exist was pretty instrumental in doing some of the flashes and Molotovs that are a bit harder. I remember breaking down a strategy where he was doing jump flashes from the balcony to flash the quad
B-take
side.
as well you liked, right?
Yeah, and they also had an A-take where it was very simple. They had just with very few flashes and pushed up quad side and had Forrest and Freiberg actually entering into the site before the rest of the attack was really there. So that's the big question mark, is what they're going to be able to have available on the T side. CT side should be relatively easy. Sure. But with this T side, just something to note, on Cobblestone, they had pretty decent mid-round decision-making with the rounds they're actually getting. They took territory, and then the calls that were being made, I don't know where that's coming from, maybe the coach, but they were making good calls in the middle of the rounds. A bit harder to do on Inferno if you're not getting that map territory and map control early.
Okay. Well, without threat as well, don't forget some of that may be cut loose. They've lost a coach and an in-game leader in the same exchange, and so they could be looking a little lost. Two people who are but far from lost, though. Indeed, we have found them. It's Henry G and Sadikist, your casters. They're right here to my right. Gentlemen, thank you so much. The casters, though, Henry G and Sado, what's the shake?
Nah, I'm lost, Alex.
You still lost?
I'm lost forever, but I'm here.
Okay. I'm glad you're standing here physically, but you're still lost. Not all those who wander are lost. Here's a tattoo I'm going to get on my forehead.
Please don't.
Wanderlust
okay,
on my chest.
Please don't get any of those tattoos.
Yeah. And then I'm going to have like an infinity symbol on my forearm.
That's cool.
With a bird flying out of a feather.
Shall we get into the
Just
game?
get a
Yeah, let's do
butterfly. Why don't you just get a butterfly right at the bottom of your spine,
That too,
Alex?
that too,
I think
yeah.
that's maybe some bow ties on the back of your legs.
Oh no, that's
That,
great. Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Anyway, fnatic NiP are getting into this next one, and it does seem like people are worried about where the leadership's gone. You know, you're going into a map. Is your T side going to look as flary when there's no existence, no threat?
There's going to be a development period, some growing pains as this team goes. There's not going to be the miracle cure bringing in a new in-game leader. He's going to have time to grow with this roster. I think he's been the in-game leader for a while now. I know he was doing it back when FaZe first came out, or Kingwin G2 when they were called that.
Sure.
He was in-game leader then. I'm not sure if he was doing it ever since. So there's still going to be some development period for him and the team. So it'll be interesting to see what they can do with Inferno. Cobblestone always will be a difficult map, especially on the CT side. But we'll see what they can do here as we get into Inferno. We'll have a look at who starts where. Ladies and gentlemen, the second map. It's our second of the 6 tonight, as we'll see. Here we go. NiP starting on the T side. 4 sets of armor. Forest with the 1 smoke. No upgraded pistols. Same story for fnatic. They're going to have an HE grade. And Golden, the in-game leader for them, with the defuse kits. It looks like a very default round for NiP. No banana rushes here, but there are 3 players heading towards apartments through second middle. They can't be spotted at all there if they rush through to the apartments. So this looks like with that 1 flashbang, Forest will throw that. I assume he's towards middle somewhere. Indeed, he is. He can throw a flash from middle that lands in front of the bomb site, and he'll deploy that, and we'll see. It's gone. So that suggests they're going to go right now. And here we go. Will they be able to get onto the site itself?
Grim trying to shut them down. Hasn't hit the shots yet. Draken will get JW, so NiP will start off well. Forrest will back off, hold off from Boiler, the rotation from mid or top of middle, depending on whether they come down banana or rotate from the arch. And Crims is certainly at the top middle, playing the wall. Good shot, Draken down. And now a 4-on-4 retake. Still, though, ground to cover. Get to Golden. Thankfully, Lekro takes down Forrest. That'll allow him to wrap around quicker. Flush has got Dennis. This is working out very well on a retake CT side. It's all on the get right. 1 versus 2. Needs to buy himself some time and space. Knows that he's going to be pinched. What a read as he baits in Golden. As Flush had tried to get on top of the Vespa, but it was out of gas. And Get Right's going to hold back on the angle. And Flush, I'm afraid, was never going to have a chance with time, as it were. But good shot from Get Right to win out the round.
Well played, Get Right. 3 kills in total. Another scrappy finish there to the round. Get Right with the burst fire, trying to make it happen, but dancing around the graveyard, did manage to send to his certain death there. Like he said, the bomb was ticking away. That was just buying time, and we'll see whether Get Right did manage to land any burst shots there. It didn't look like he did. He's just buying time at this point, just staying alive as long as possible, making it really uncomfortable for Flash Jab. Gets the final killing blow there. 1-0. And there will be a force buy from fnatic. Crim's not joining them just yet. There's 3 kills for Get Right, and Draken and Rez joining him. 1 kill apiece for the players of fnatic. JW couldn't help them out, though, it seemed. So a good start for NiP. Remember, they lost a pistol and had a pretty horrific start on the first map of Cobblestone. Especially on that CT side, it didn't look too good for them. 12-3 down. They came to life in the second. CZs, Desert Eagles, Lekro look out for him.
Yeah, Lekro's been on fire lately.
Yeah, especially with that Deagle.
And he's starting to look more consistent, which was always one of our concerns with him.
Yeah, he'd always have a very high skill ceiling. You just very rarely would see it. So hopefully we see more of that. He had a good major. Like the guys on the analyst desk pointed out, fnatic will be kind of having a sigh of relief, especially Golden. Ever since he took over as in-game leader, they've retained their legendary spot. So that's great news for them, and now we can kind of focus on 2018. Next major is until September. So this is going to be a growing period until then, and hopefully they'll be in contention for the title. I feel like fnatic, the way they're going right now, they definitely will be in the discussion to take the title when it comes to that next prestigious event. But we'll get into this round, shall we? Look, there was a bit of pause out. I assume that'll be cool more than anything. Rez yet to buy. He'll probably get AK armor or UMP. For both. What does he go for? He's one of the main rifles for the squad. Goes for the AK armor. There we go. Exactly $3,700 that costs.
Forget the flower pot. It's not important.
Nope.
Do not mourn the flower pot.
Only the chickens.
Yeah, those guys. Poor. It's abusive. Well, fnatic didn't go for a stack. Electing to run the Deagles. The peek out from CT. Oh, he's gonna fire into that shortly. I thought he was.
Oh, I think he did, but no dice this time. It's going to be a banana execute from NiP straight toward that B bomb site. Smoke spawn. It's the coffins, and now it's Golden trying to get to hiding. We have got 3 players here. There's always a chance. Depends on how powerful the Deagles are today. Damage inflicted. Flashy gets 1, but that's all he'll find. Back in his Dennis open things up. Ready to try and get the third. That's a good round. Crims and Lekro, if they wanted to save the Deagle armor. Choice here. Back goes up on the first oranges. Takes him down. Lekro not going to have a chance to win this one, but you might see some 1Ds. He hides towards the underpass. And now just hoping to see any terrorists hunting for information. Maybe just to try and take him down. Who knows? So there we have it. NiP with a default into a B execute. Pretty standard stuff. You always want to run the default first and see what the aggression is coming forward from the CTs. Some fnatic, like you pointed out, very default hold from them to CZ's Deagles playing 3 at B. So it could have been a chance it all went wrong, but only 1 kill picked up. That was Flusher with the CZ waiting in CT spawn. Managed to get one just about through the smoke. So now looks like he's exiting and sees if any guns will blow towards him with the explosion there. Nothing to find. 2k per player. This will be a full eco now. No PT50, so I think they'll just take a full eco here. They were pretty much all in the previous round. Orb's going to be difficult in the first gun round. If they get a kill here, it will be possible. NiP though, happy to run a CZ, a UMP, 3 AKs. Should be a very clean and concise round for them.
Well, Lekro certainly showing for us the way out with the 1 Deagle that they do have. That's JW that's going to post up toward Boiler. He's got lots of information in his position. He could certainly hear NiP working over toward the top of middle. He may, oh my goodness, is he going to get another? He certainly will. Get right as well. JW with a knife. And it was indeed the op. Unfortunately for JW, he couldn't get away with it, so...
No, I mean he can buy the orb next round.
Ah, right.
With the extra money, you know?
I thought you said ump.
Oh, no. The AWP, so you can buy 15.
I didn't know why you were excited about it. I just went with it because you were... it is the
yes,
ump.
Henry,
that is the ump. I was like, all right, let's go with it, I suppose.
No,
if Henry says it, it's gospel.
No, he gets $1,500 tonight if he can buy the orb discussion at the start. And it looks like, regardless, fnatic are going to win the round. It all snowballs out of control. Good lord. The knife, that was a full
ridiculous. They walked in. I mean, again, JW had so much information from playing in Boiler. He called it they were going to be going up middle. As soon as he knifed them, it just caused panic and they ran. The rotations were already there. So NiP, unfortunately, that should have been the easiest of the 3 rounds to convert, to be fair.
Yeah, Rudy should have been. So here's JW. Gets the
And the ump. Yeah, got the ump.
And then all of a sudden, all hell breaks loose. They do panic. They do manage to trade it. They just fall in towards the A bomb side. It actually goes horribly wrong for them. But NiP still have cash here. But that's a round stolen away for sure. JW will be using just the M4 this time. Doesn't upgrade to the AWP. Plenty of money. And 3 AK-47s. Great work by fnatic there. A frustrating round for NiP to concede. And Flusher will get the first pick. Once again, that's towards B. Pushing out the AK-47. Takes down Draken. 5-on-4. That's the work done now. Golden could just fall back here. That was actually the AWP player as well. So there we go. Forest will pick it up. No strangers to that. Lekro spamming at the steps. Does do a little bit of damage. I'm not sure what Getride's up to there. I think he was hoping that Lekro was reloading and falling back. He had that kind of gut instinct. He could get a play there. A lot of players will tell you about that. That's what makes a top player, really. It's not all about rules and following and watching demos. Sometimes you feel like a reload's coming or a spray happened. You can just push through the smoke and hope for the best. Well, Getride did. Not necessarily the worst player in the world, but didn't work out for him. And he'll find himself in a 5 versus 3. Forest still the AWP though, and it looks like fnatic should be able to tie this game up. This boost can be quite clever. Drop a smoke in the corner and just boost above it. We'll look at JW's POV perhaps and see whether he can. There it is. Takes down Dennis.
W to push the smoke as well. Rez holds the angle successfully, but just he and Forrest left to try and do anything with this round. Good luck. They've got a passive stance and an early rotation, knowing that they were toward the top of the middle. They aren't anchoring B, but they'll play their odds. Especially with Reyes tagged so low. Ooh, I was going to say Crim should spot him there, but he falls off, so he won't get the angle immediately. Still should be able to get the shot. So long as Forrest doesn't find him first. Rez down, bomb drop. Forrest only with 1 shot on the AWP. 2-2, fnatic immediately back into it.
Absolutely. Well, there we go. fnatic definitely in this game. It's going to be maybe a force buy for NiP, or they'll take a full eco here. Take the eco, in my opinion. You could have third save loss bonus, which is $2,400. Into the next round, you've already got 2K. That's a pretty decent buy. We'll see what they decide to do. I hope they take the lesser of the investment, but they will indeed. It's going to be 1 Deagle, a CZ. Get some armor. Not really sure what he's hoping to happen with that. It's quite a expensive round for him. 650 on the armor, 500 on the CZ. Lekro, M4 in hand, and this should be a very easy round for fnatic here. If you're just joining us, the second map between these two teams, and it's a Swedish derby. Overextending a little bit there, throwing the Molotov towards the T-steps. Takes a bit of damage, but gives it back in an equal dose towards Dennis there.
Still waiting with Dennis. Get right. Takes some damage, tries to dish it out. And the shots as Golden will start to work in toward the smoke at the bottom and middle. Good control from fnatic. And this our final night of Pro League for week 1, Henry.
Oh yes, it is. 3 nights a week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We're not here next week.
Or the week after.
Or the week after, due to other tournaments going. We've got Starladder next week, and then obviously it's after that. It will be IEM, very prestigious tournaments where all of these teams will be playing as well. There's Golden falling back, M4A4 in hand. Smoke's deployed. JW will get the first. Remember, this is an eco for NiP. Fighting here, bomb down. Good pick by Golden, just trying to get a little bit more. He hasn't had the stats. Gets the CZ out, he knows they're unarmored. And he'll just...
Flusher looking to the smoke. Golden. Tagged. He's going to try and spray back. I say he's getting tagged. He's down to a mere 77 HP. Henry, I'm sure he's worried. That was sarcasm.
I got it. 10 seconds, and they just have to go and die. That sounds a bit weird, but once to get in there and make sure they get their loss bonus for the next round, which will be significant. That means they get $2,400 per player now after losing 3 in a row. There it is. Decent buy. Getride purchases first with the AK armor. And he did spend a lot in the previous round, remember? Over $1,000, so you only have 1 smoke and a flashbang here. No Molotov or HE to him. JW will be receiving. The M4A4 gives the AWP to Crims. So he'll be AWPing this round. Not known to be an AWP of Crims, but we'll see what he can do. 3 players towards B. Nades in, of course, just over the top of the wall, trying to shut down a potential rush. Same story for JW as he pushes all the way through the apartments down the CT side. Getright's got his number and will absolutely take him down. Early 5-on-4. Great news for NiP. Not sure what Forrest is up to, though. He runs through the flames. Crims takes him down. I can't believe that happened. There was no need for that for Forrest whatsoever. He's got no trade potential. Flames at his feet. So much pressure on him to find that kill. Down he goes. Getright looks like he wants to walk out of the smoke of the apartments here as well. Crimzo, awkward spot. Flashbang, that's going to be Getright's cue to strike. I'd imagine the smoke's still there, so we'll wait a little bit longer. There it comes. Crow takes him down, and I have to say, Forrest now doesn't seem to dry there. After they get the opening pick, he panics and flames at his feet, take him down, and NiP strikes swiftly after. Not really much picked up at all. So, here we are. Flash. Okay, that's pretty dirty.
Yeah, it's not bad. Mid wall.
2 of them.
Line up, children. One after the other.
Roll up,
Stand
roll up.
here. Roll up the rim to win. You gotta get it right.
Sorry?
It's a Canadian
Roll up.
contest, but you gotta say it right. Roll up the rim to win.
Roll up the rim to win.
Yeah, see, it's a little tricky, isn't it? It's a little bit of tongue twister. You're not Canadian unless you can say it.
Well,
They'll revoke your citizenship.
it's going to be CZs. Flashbang, partial buy here. Maximum loss minutes next round. Fnatic fashion. Oh, hello, Lecro.
Hey, how's it going?
Always a little bit awkward. Good nade, though. That's a ton of damage. Boom. Dropped. There's 2. Bomb planted. That could actually happen.
If they can get the bomb.
Yeah, that's true.
I think it's... Is it on the balcony? Yeah, it is. It's still up above, and they've dropped down, so that means they have to commit back to it, unfortunately, because you're right. They could have gotten to default fast enough. But Fnatic will win out the round and make it 5-2. Look at the money on Fnatic's side. Put on a red suit and call me Christmas, because they got money for days, Hank.
Money, money, baby. There's that grenade
I love
again.
this name. We're seeing it more and more now, aren't we?
Yeah, it was Fallen, I think. He claimed he came up with it first. And I remember it was like a...
It's fine. I discovered North America first.
It's true. And it was... Like
See how that claiming thing works?
He was like, I think he was casting a summon or something like that, and he said, oh, they're using my nade. Don't use it now. It's not worth it. Save it.
It's fine.
But,
Don't use my North America, Fallen. Get back to South America. Enjoy your Pro League there.
yeah. What he said. And money available for NiP again. The same boost coming in. Crims will be on top this time with the M4. Looking for anyone exploring middle with the AWP. Usually they pre-fire where he's being boosted from, so it's going to be an awkward angle for him as Forrest will walk up there. There's a slight gap there, but this will be flashing. There'll be a good nade. That's going to do a ton of damage. There it is. Dennis takes it in the face, down to 40 HP.
Yep. Just barely gets the angle. Forrest goes down. He's going to look for another. Can't get Dennis. Smoking his way. Dennis is low, but AWP. Wouldn't really matter what HP he does have. He's still holding for JW. He's wanting him to push through as Rez gets back toward middle as well. Just one lonesome player for NiP. That's Draken with the AWP trying to figure out what's going on the B side of the map. He may get one as well. Dennis with JW. Now that actually is enough reason as leveling out at 4-on-4 and now a trade again to go to 3 versus 3 by Rez and Lecro. For the AWP to fall off Banana, despite having a shot toward Coffins, the problem is he's taking his time getting up middle, and he's going to be pushed from Banana. So it's a timer on the play for Draken. Crim's in the sight, despite Bomb going down, is going to be able to get Rez. And that AWP is a sitting duck. Draken somehow hits the first shot. Flusha eventually returns fire. And it's just he versus Dennis. Dennis with 2 kills already. Flusha with 100 HP, however. But he still thinks he's in pit. Yeah. Dennis has done very well to leave that position because it's so obvious to play there. And he thinks he can get away with it. The information not relayed in time. And Dennis one-ups Flusha. I know how you work, old man. I played with you long enough.
Yeah, nice work by Dennis there. It sneaks onto the bomb so you can see Flusha there looking with such conviction towards the pit. He just thought, he's definitely in there. There's no chance he's moved. But Dennis low HP, that's the correct play to make. Change the position up and just hang him out to dry there. It's going to be 5-3. Round number 9, all for JW. Money not amazing for NiP, as you can see after winning the previous round with just one member surviving. And they're going to get like $500 per player. It's enough to bring out the AKs and kills they got. They can do more than that as we get into this one. Draken makes his way in the bedroom right now. Get right with him. Bombs towards B, though. So will they go for a little bit of a fake here, or those guys be trying to backstab? Forest is very aggressive here. Forest has been making some weird decisions by himself. There's no trade potential there. I really do hate to see that. I'm not going to lie to you. When he's running through a smoke and no one else does, if he gets one kill, great, and they trade, that's fine. But if he gets nothing at all like that, actually just does nothing for the team apart from give up one player and give them a massive disadvantage. Needs to chill out a little bit. Play with the team.
I don't want to be a team player, Hank. You can't make me.
Well, they have to go B now. Still potential for them to win. Flusher goes to the ruins just as they commit. Golden not in the ideal spot. Let's see what they've done here. They come down there, sprays in. Now we're all equal again.
So another player to contend with in the fact that B has coffins. And Flusher's in that position. Draken's got the tree, still powerful, and it certainly is with that. Oh, goodness me. With an op staring at you, it's a scary proposition no matter what.
Yeah.
Gets away with one. Electro does find Draken, and Flusher still exists in the coffins. Electro has to fall off it. Pop his Molotov for the moment, but interesting to see where that goes. Bomb will detonate and then send it further towards CT spawn, so I imagine if fnatic call it save, they'll get away with it save. Not in the cards with Flusher and Crim's getting kills. Lecro's going to take it. Not only will they get the op, they'll get the round. It's now 6-3.
Superb retake there from fnatic. Lecro going ham with the double kill, pincering it from Banana as well. NiP, a stranglehold there at the start, going into just 4 players. They managed to take down Golden initially. You thought, okay, now they've got a real chance, but it didn't have the utility of that weaker buy to hold them off for much longer. It will be 6-3, and fnatic making things very problematic. You can see the money's getting to another difficult point for NiP. Probably to take the partial buy here. 6-3. Want to be aiming for about at least 5 rounds on the T side of Inferno. Bomb out for Dennis. Well, they'll be focusing on the second middle. He's down towards the T-steps, and he does 1 damage to Dragon there. Pass.
Get right. Sitting with pistols again on the NiP side. Spock getting toward the top of middle, but won't be able to do anything with it. AWP still in hand, goes back out, finds Dennis. Dirty Dennis. Shot again, JW. He's flirting with death as he gets tagged to 18, but he'll fall back to library, and a 2-man advantage achieved for fnatic. I found Flusher through the smoke again. He just sprays that top wall and it works every time. Grims, Lecro take out Forest and Draken. We go 7-3 for fnatic.
It's looking pretty good. Yeah, currently up 1-0 if you're just joining us. Remember though, there's a slight caveat to all of this. It's the new coach, a new in-game leader for NiP after so many years under the leadership of Exist. I wonder what he'll do now. There's obviously a lot of Swedish players that are kind of waiting for teams and stuff like that. Freiburg from Optic now. But for now, Electro gets 1, more have gone by. Get right, finally takes him down. Equal exchange for now, 3-on-3. JW still in the apartments of the AWP. They're not going to have an idea. He's up there. Flusher misses out on a key kill there towards the archway. JW waiting for his chance to pounce. He's definitely still can against Forest. And that will be his position given up. Going to drop a smoke and presumably a flashbang as well. Golden waiting towards the yard side. Here we go. Molotov towards the pit just to eradicate that risk. Lovely shot by Dennis there. JW knows exactly what he is. Gets out the AK-47, but it's not enough. Dennis will find 3 in total and secure the round for NiP. But once again, 1 player survives, and they're going to be up against the ropes here. But they will save the AWP. Oof. That was back and forth. I thought JW was going to save it there, especially with his position. Got 1, but Dennis carrying the round as he finds his 8th frag, top of the scores.
Keep squeaking him in there, though, on the T side.
Yes, absolutely. They're not clean rounds by any stretch.
And they all add up. W, fully blind. No op shot in return. I thought Draken might be in position for that. Didn't quite get there in time. Meanwhile, there's already a push toward Boiler. It's get right inside of it. Flames down at the end of the hallway. We'll mask some of the noise for Lecro to hear the fact that they're inside. Doesn't really matter, though, does it? Lecro again looks sharp. He'll fall off, and he goes all the way this time into pit. So rotation back from Golden, 4-4, and yet they go passive on the fnatic side. Best map to play 4-4 defensively is still Inferno, in my opinion, because there's just such a tight choke point, easily to hold B, and you can rotate off it. They have actually brought a second player over here this time. NiP was successful the last time they took B late. Very successful.
Very. It's 50 seconds. They've got the smokes, the molotovs, the flashbangs, everything they need. Smoked out for now. They might just wait, but they have expended one of their smokes already. Good incentive by Golden. That should hold them at bay at least for a little bit there. All the smokes, molotovs raining in now. They've run with Gauntlet. Dennis once again opening things up. Great form right now. He needs to get the bomb planted. Crims knows it. Trying to take him down, using the sound cue to try and detect him. Can't quite find him though. Takes damage, has to fall back. Look at Forest's position. He's already in the ruins. He's going to be the saboteur of all of this, surely. He doesn't come in. Crims though spots him. Narrowly avoids death. And now they have the man advantage. Forest can just hold this position.
In behind the sandbags. Crims in between his teammates lies Forest, and they've got him pinched off. JW gets the kills. It's Dennis still toward Emo that needs to win pretty much all of this alone. Draken's got both find position with the AWP. Goes out and actually finds both, so I thought it was going to be Dennis to bait him in. It's Draken with the kills, and it's 5 rounds for NiP. 2 in a row, and that's going to bring the money a little bit lower. In fact, low enough to eco on the Fnatic side.
Absolutely. Round number 13, and now Fnatic pretty much have to take an eco here. They'll just be having one Deagle, one P250, that is it. Make it 2 P250s in the end. And we'll see what they can do. Draken with the AWP, and he'll get quickly in towards the logs area, using Molotov to push off any aggressive CTs there. No nades or anything really, but Fnatic have won full ecos in the past. They did it in round number 3 of this one. Can they do it again? I doubt it. It was JW's knife that he's preparing for once again that did it in the previous rounds. It's a bit of a James Bardolph play, that one.
Every cast.
Yep.
You're obsessed with him. You can't not bring it up.
I am obsessed with him.
What do you like so much about him?
He's just cool. Like, he has all these sweet moves of knives.
It's true.
He's an icon.
It's true. He is.
Look at this.
Sexual icon. Oh, JW, come on, man. Get it together. Dennis takes down Crims. A little bit of Swedish banter, Alex would say. Probably after that exchange.
Possibly.
Everything's just banter, Henry. So it's all banter.
Yeah.
I really start to hate that word.
5 on 1. Flusher. Waiting in CT spawn. Not really much they can do with this one, I'm afraid. It all comes down to the next round. There's 2 left. Fnatic looking to win the half. Remember, NiP still can do that as well. And they're going to get 7-6 here. They're looking for 8 total. Kill the Flusher. It's a very competitive game once again. I'm sure we'll see all the rounds. 6k for one of the players there. Will they bring out the AWP on the CT side? That's yet to be seen. 11 kills for Dennis. Top of the doors as usual. JW, the top 4 for Fnatic this time. 15 for him, 12 for Flusher and Lekro. Golden, 3 and 8. It's far from ideal for him. This round will be very telling as to where this game goes. Draken up against JW once again. Flash over. Golden won't be peeking this time. Not having the greatest of games. This is waiting to listen for any sound cues there.
Crims. Good shots. In fact, Forest reads that to the better and takes him down immediately. It's JW that wants to try and get inside of the smoke, mistimes it. Goes between 2 players. As Lekro now has to put his back to the wall in the pit and hope for the best. Smoke above, can't see inside of the apartment. Still finds an angle to get ready. W's going to follow that up. Forest with the only kill so far for NiP on the take. Yes, okay, Crims went down a little bit earlier. But they importantly still managed to control pit with Get Right getting in position. So a chance to win this and bring it 7-7. NiP have certainly turned things around. T-side on Cobble was much better than their CT. Good shot back from Flushing. Finds the head of Forest. 13 HP for Get Right. He's got to hold off against JW, who goes into the air. That's a bit of a mistake.
Yeah, he had the pistol out. He got the call that he was low HP, but Get Right rises to the occasion. Not too bad. Double kill the AK-47. I thought he was done for. He was just quickly trying to trade out there, JW that is. Didn't work out for him, couldn't find the shot, and it looks like NiP could find the 8-7 lead here at half-time. The money is not looking good at all on the Fnatic side. 3 UMPs, a max 7 for JW. Not that he's any stranger to the shotguns, and a FAMAS for flush out.
Yeah, a little bit. Down by 4. Gets a 1-for-1, gets res.
I don't think they'll check Golden's position. Yeah, there it is. Nice work by Forrest with awareness. And now he might just fully commit. JW with a shotgun. Gives up his position. Drops the smoke. By himself behind. Still gets a little bit more of it. Doing damage. Bucket loads, but can't quite find the killing blows there. He'll be down to 19 himself. They know this is the place to go though. Up against a shotgun. That's quite an easy prospect to take him down.
Draken. AWP trying to find the angle still. JW's going to hold off toward Orange's 1. He's got a support system in play. He just has the shotgun with Crims on the UMPs, but NiP a chance to win the half. I wouldn't have predicted that at 7-1. Draken continuing to work in. It's Dennis to get the shot with him combined onto JW. So bomb plant immediately. They won't be able to push through that. Crims can't afford to go alone, and Lekro has to rotate over. Last round of the half, they have to go for it. With 2 UMPs and no kits, this looks like a bit of a tall task.
It really does. NiP are going to have this round for sure. Let's see if they can convert it. No saving him. Great boys. Down Lekro goes with a vain attempt that is running through the smoke in a 4 versus 1. 8-7 though, the Ninjas do it. Looked quite bleak at one point, but managing to pull it back towards the end, focusing on that B bomb site, so they find the majority of their success. This is where it all went wrong for NiP. This is around full eco. Were Fnatic, and they managed to win it somehow. But overall, NiP look good. Pushing that B side. Golden barely fragging for Fnatic, unfortunately for them, so that's what the B bomb site was a problem for them. Getting it done in all the clutches there. There were a lot of tight rounds. Get right play especially. This was the one, again, the pistol for JW bouncing it through the air. Couldn't find anything. We'll have a look at the scores. Dennis, we said top again. That's one thing he does bring to this team. The in-game leader that can certainly frag. He'll be at the top for a lot of their games. 8 for Get Right. And Flush had 15 kills. He got 15 quite early on. He did drop off a little bit towards the end there. JW 16, Lekro 13, Golden set 3 and 10. Not perfect showing for him, but still they can bounce back at 8-7. Still certainly anyone's game, but NiP with slight edge, of course, winning 8-7 on the T side.
So 8-7. We'll get back underway with NiP in the lead, going to a CT side. We'll see if it's better orchestrated this time around, I have to say. Cobblestone didn't really look that organized. The game plan wasn't well received, whether Dennis was trying to change things or they just didn't have it in them yet.
Well, time will tell.
Too many pages in the book they've not read to the same one.
We'll see whether they can get it together. The CT side was poor on Cobblestone, you're right. And that's why they needed a decent score on the T side. They got 8 rounds, so that's promising. We'll have a look whether they can tie up the 2 maps. We'll see. Fnatic did manage to win up Cobblestone, and it's Inferno where NiP have the lead for now. Half time, and like we said, new coach, new game leader, NiP will take all the time. They need a half time just to work out what the strategies will be here. They get 4 sets of armor, res with the smoke, flashbang, and HE. No diffuse kits. That's kind of a big deal. No HE. Oh, there is 1 HE, so that could be a banana rush for Fnatic. As long as they have 1, I suggest that will be happening. Indeed it is. The HE will be used nice and early just to push them back in the corner. They'll smoke spawn, smoke the coffins, and it's going straight in. Get Right's going to have a chance to get a couple of kills here. Smoke hasn't come towards CD spawn yet. Why not? They need to get it in very quickly. That's an interesting smoke they've bounced. It's a deep CT spawn smoke.
Wrap in. Is this a wrap?
Yeah, they're going to go towards themselves.
Yeah, so smoke off front side, smoke off deep, wrap into Ruins, have to check the corner. Get Right's already shutting it down. It's a great strategy in theory, but the one spot that can kill it is inside of Ruins, and Get Right does exactly that. JW still makes this a valiant fight, though. 3 kills for him. He needs the ace. Res is low enough and close enough that he can get a bomb plant if he finds him fast enough. Unfortunately, that's not happened. He's actually going to use the bomb as a weapon to try and bait them toward him. Res just barely gets around the corner. They know exactly where JW is, and Res is just hoping to stay alive.
He might not do that. He is in a lot of trouble right now, and JW knows it. Brings it into the 1 versus 1. Great play by him, stifling stuff towards the ruins there. You can see Rez had no options whatsoever. Forest now trying to work out what's the next move. Is that a smoke he's got?
He just picked it up from Lekro.
Oh, no
he ran
way.
after it and got it from Lekro. That's actually super smart.
Now it's just like, wow, is he baiting me in? Is he going towards A? It looks like Forest has worked it out. Took a bit of a brave move there. Obviously, there's still time. He could get up middle and go all the way back to round B. So now Forest knows that's not the case. And JW is just playing this perfectly, is he not? This is so good to watch. All the way through, looking for the ace clutch here. Got a spot. Forest, no! Got to hit those.
Gotta hit it. He's got to hit. Oh, JW with the ace. Forest with the whiff. And everything was played so perfectly until Forest had the angle, and then that was played all wrong on the NiP side. 8-8.
Oh dear, oh dear. Get right gets 3 here, and they still lose the round. 3 kills before anything was picked up for fnatic. Oh, that's horrible. Forest, that's one of your punchy keyboard moments, isn't it? He missed that first shot. Second's not hitting either. He starts spraying a bit.
You don't punch the keyboard, you just get up and go for a walk.
Get out of there.
Walk away.
Yeah. Sometimes those shots can be the worst one. Just you pull the trigger, he moves a little bit. It does happen, so don't read too much into it. Frustrating though.
So, nade out. Flush and golden, that'll be toward the top of Banana. There's only one AK, the rest, everyone else, is on a wide array of SMGs, to be fair. 2 UMPs, 1 MP7, and 1 MAC-10. JW takes out Rez immediately. It's Get Right that holds toward the water position, and he's got the CZ-75 inside the smoke. 3 kills last time around with this time. No chance. JW again. Is now 7th kill, his 8th kill. He has all the kills this half for fnatic. An ace last round, 3 this time by. It could be back-to-back aces for JW. Trying to spot where he is. He's new box right now. Lekro to push through. He might ruin that Forest. Goes out. Lekro finally gets someone else on the board. Would have been nice to see. Would have been poetic.
Yeah, 2 aces. That wouldn't be bad at all. But Dennis now, it's going to take an ace for him to win this round. I don't think that'll be happening. He'll be waiting towards the arch side with the CZ. Bomb down, of course, and he'll just be holding onto his armor and his CZ-75, a weapon we see pretty much every round in CS. And we'll see if he one hit, probably will. Close range. Devours JW, finds his AK-47. He can save that, that'd be great. Flusher not scared to lose his MAC-10. Down, not going to happen, down to 7 HP. Gets his AK, that'll be great news for him. It's going to be real tight. 3 HP, he does it. The hero manages to bring an AK and armor and a smoke into round number 3, which would have been a full eco, but now maybe it could be a little bit more interesting. Who knows? AK in Dennis's hands. Remember, fnatic won this round in the first half with just knives and CZs. Dennis knows he's doing best. He needs to choose a position wisely.
Oh, no question.
Doesn't go for the initial pick though. He actually just sits in Emo or Shadow in the bomb site.
Not bad that he got the 1 AK they grabbed.
To be fair, this is actually quite clever from him because if they go A and plant, he can just stay there and hold on to the weapon, right, for the next round. Knowing it's unlikely they win this, like if they do come B, he's got a real chance to take them down. So it does kind of add up. They have wrapped fully to A. The round's over. So watch out for Dennis. He probably doesn't move further than CT spawn, I'd imagine. He wants to save that AK for sure.
He's got gold, and just in front of him we found Rez. That AK will be held at least a little longer. Drake and Forest with the points on the kill. Crims to Get Right. Gets it back. Draken goes in. Dennis needs to be careful. Still in the middle of spawn. That AK sits in the open. Tags to JW. They won't carry it over.
Surprised Dennis didn't just save it right at the back of B.
Crims gets it back now as well.
Yeah, I think that was not worth it. Well, there we go. Dennis will have $0. We'll have a look at what he's got. JW just know 27 and 14. 4 kills for Golden. It's the disparity there. It's well, finding more and more frags. Can't stop killing people. What has Dennis got this round? He's got the M4, no kit, basic utility. Much better off saving that AK. Oof, Drakens doesn't spot one quite there. I thought the X-ray might be a bit misleading. Flashbang's in. Flashbang to fire off while blind, hold a different line, and dinged by the MP7 as Lekro jumps around the corner. getting blown, but another dink for a smoke. Dennis on 13 HP, Draken on 2. That is not good. A bit of a bonus round for fnatic. Electro's done a ton of damage with that MP7. Forest now has to hold strong on the A bomb site. You see the other two just holding in the spawn area. Smoke to segregate the T's, but get right. Takes in, can't get the shot. Finds a dink, but that's about it. 5 on 4 now with 2 players, very low HP indeed. Electro could just run in and find kills required. There it is. Gets the trade. Well played. Forest, like we said, has to go huge here.
Good shot. Electro gets exposed from inside of the smoke. He backs off as well, looking for an additional angle, but wants to control quad. He has no information as to what's going on here. So even though pit is somewhere you typically want to stay and secure, he needs to work effectively to get information, and he does better than that. He finds JW, takes the bomb, takes the AK, takes Crims, and gets the round for NiP. 10-9.
10-9. Close rounds, though. NiP feeling the pressure there somewhat. Forest delivering the goods as was required. Pushing in towards quad here. Now is this towards wood. And spins round. W. It's the double kill towards the apartments. Well played, Draken. That's all the T steps looking for him to cross over. We'll get flashed and fall back. Flush now. Another very close game. Nades exchange towards B. Get right takes one in the face at the corner. He's going to throw a flash off there. Maybe set up Rez. He's got the M4A4, just waiting for him to get close, bounce off the wall slightly. Rez can now run around the corner and have a look. Like that. Flush up. One golden will get both. This is not looking good as Dennis has to hold the B strike right now. He'll get one. He's such a strong fragger for this squad. And you can see he sends them back and he sends a message out there, trying to get towards the new boxes. Luckily, JW did not commit. 4 on 3. Still a chance for NiP here. 2 players towards the A side. That's going to be Forest and Draken with the AWP. That's the smoke here. And fall back towards the bomb side itself.
Draken trying to find the shot toward the apartments. At least holds the angle for now. Again, they go down a man, having won just the first gun round. Puts the promise of pistols into the hands of NiP if they don't succeed. Forest, good aggression again. He's playing very well at the apartment side so far. At least with guns. Dennis, Draken, they'll step up as well. It's down to just Crims. They've turned the 4 on 3, or rather 3 versus 4, into a 3 versus 1.
Yeah, that's great. Draken and Dennis all looking like they want to hit these shots. Dennis especially been really impressed with his contributions, and Forrest with a couple of great back-to-back rounds there. Ties things up at 10-10, and it looks like the money's broken for fnatic, so NiP going to take the lead here. After going up 8-7.5, a little bit of time to get into the second one, but just equals now, maybe P250s for fnatic. We'll have a look as to whether NiP will be using their textbook aggression here against just pistols. That was a round they used to run, especially on Inferno, just rushing down middle, trying to get in their faces. Not really required, but it's a bit of fun. There's Rez towards the B bomb side. The shots there through the smoke. Obviously, you've got the 2 young guns of NiP. That's going to be Rez and Draken. They came from Epsilon. And you got the more experienced veterans in the form of Forrest Get-Right and Dennis, the new in-game leader. He's played in a lot of top teams and even in fnatic. As Draken will take down Flusher. Dennis probably goes down though. He finds 2, tags up the 3rd. His AK probably recovered. Here it comes. Will he get it? Oh, it's actually Draken with the AWP, so he's not going to throw that away. 11-10. Money's still not ideal for fnatic. They don't get the AWP, but they do have a full array of AKs with smokes, molotovs, flashbangs, so we'll see what they will do in round number 7 here. Will they change up the pace, or they go for a full-on set piece? And a lot of defaults for them so far.
NiP with the lead. This is decent after the last game. So a slow start. Now they've got a chance to go 1-1 with fnatic, and fnatic would very much like to get 6 points tonight after the start that they've had. I don't know what to expect long-term from this NiP lineup, but I'm optimistic. Golden waits just forward of where the nades detonate. They'll return 1 to the top of Banana, but it's Get Right that wants to get aggressive to catch Golden. Oh, if he can't do it, he was looking for one. The smoke didn't expect it to be so close, and Flush is going to follow it with Rez, so guns back up. We might have 11-11, Henry.
Looks like we do. JW, great work there with the AK-47. Takes down one of the main players of NiP. That's Dennis. Draken and Forest now with a massive task ahead of them. We'll see whether they can get anything done here. Draken will just wait to see if there's any sort of chance that they make a massive mistake. I don't think they will. Looks like Forest will be saving his AK-47.
I noticed you're not wearing Chad's shoes today.
I'm not, no. No, giving them a little bit of a break. They are a bit tight. I do agree with him. I've got the same size foot he gave them to me as they're too small.
Same size everything,
Exactly.
to my knowledge.
Well, I gave him something else as a trade for the shoes, and he gave them back because he said they were too big. Use your imagination there if you can work it out. Send your answers in on a postcard.
Obviously, sweaters, you're a little taller. So that only makes sense.
It will be Draken and Forest now.
Or was it your ego?
Possibly.
Ah.
I couldn't possibly confirm nor deny.
Well, 11-11, always our favorite scoreline. Res to an AWP. There's still money available on the NiP side, but it would be gone if they lose this. Double op as well, so they're going to go Res and Draken. Interestingly, you could say the same for the other side for fnatic. If they lose this, they'll also be in a bit of trouble, shall we say.
A little bit. Double up setup. Draken and Res. The young guns trying to roll the AWPs here. Let's see if they can find the form required. Res will towards B and take a nade in the face. Does he want to stay any longer than this? Another nade might take him down. 2 full-on grenades to get a kill. Now though, Res will come out on top in terms of his duel with Flusher there. Draken, will he have similar joy as he will be smoked off? He'll probably take a shot now. There it is. And he'll fall back. It's up to Dennis to hold the arch. And Draken will be joined, of course, by Forest in the pit. Forest very good in that position. He's waiting for a boost up here. That would be the correct play, but trust himself to watch it like a hawk, and he'll go down, and fnatic start to bring a flurry of frags to the forefront here, but Forest still out of the pit. Lovely flashbang off the door, very common, and it's going to be a 3-on-2 as Get Right comes into the fray as well.
So for the angle on Crims, Crims is very patient to stay on those hay bales. Very, very vulnerable to being shot out from Library as well, so a bit of a gamble, and it pays off. Shoulder bait, baits the shot from Crims out of the AWP. But NiP still can't capitalize on it. Remember, this round dictates the money flow for the rest of the game, arguably. And it's a 2 versus 2. No bomb planted. 18 seconds. They'll get to that now. Op on either side. And Get Right slowly working across the top of middle. Crims. Ooh, he's bold. Goes out and finds Res. It's all down to Get Right, and they're going to naturally be looking this direction, knowing that he hasn't shown face anywhere else. Spots the gun barrel, does get Lekro. But as he gets aggressive, Crims is doing the same. Smoke deployed. Oh! Get Right, I thought had that for sure. What a shot from Crims.
Wow, we need to see that from his POV if possible. That little flick there, I assume a quick scope, 90 degrees. Manages to take down Get Right. Well played by Get Right. I thought that was the perfect play. Let's have a look then, shall we? Here we go. Oh my god, he's in the smoke as well?
Not bad.
Oh, disgusting. Well, it's going to be 12-11, full eco for NiP. These derbies always are pretty fun. NiP with something to prove. fnatic slow start at here, so we'll see if they can get another win here. The 2-0 for fnatic would be great. Remember, they won the online portion here last season. It was SK that won the overall championship.
So Get Right falls off the angle. A chance for fnatic now to really run away with it.
Yeah, 13-11 on the T side is looking very good. And Get Right gives up the 21 pistols here. Lots of flashbangs raining in from fnatic. They're going to be checking a bit of trade here. Red with 2, that's not bad at all. Still a 3-on-3. Fortunately for NiP, they won't be able to recover it through the smoke. How has he done that? Not even boosted up. Managed to get one. I think we still have one player towards the coffins. Indeed we do. Let's get right. The excitement slightly fades now. Still 2 versus 2. Crims knows he can't really comfortably plant here. He must be holding up. The smoke's still down. Draken might push this. He does, but Lecter, well played. Good synergy between these 2 players. And some damage, but not meant to be. So an expensive round for fnatic, but wanted to get that win on the board. That's what they got. Another full eco from NiP. So the word showing from them a stretch as we get into round number 10 of the second half. Orb for Draken again. JW's orb this time after he hits 30 kills, 19 deaths. Golden starting to pick up the pace a little bit. 4 kills in the first half for this half as they home in on a victory.
JW with the AWP trying to find shots toward middle. No one to peek it yet on the NiP side. Desperate to recover. And what they did well to pull back in their favor and then have since lost it. Crims will go back out the doorway toward the boiler hallway. So, Flusha. The AK. Patiently waiting toward Banana. In fact, getting aggressive. He's going to go straight contact, try and work in. He's got Get Right and Rez in front of him. And as we see it now, he runs back down Banana. But he was ever close to being able... He definitely could see Emo, but being able to spot Rez's position. He's trying to fake that he's run back down Banana, that they've left as well, having shown face a little bit inside of the site, and run from such a deep spot on the entry. Unfortunately for him, it's not really caused any chaos nor any rotations. There's no additional utility thrown toward A to make it ever more convincing. So it's Get Right and Rez to hold off, smoke down, to delay the take from fnatic. Flush is going to try and find the angle toward Coffin. Slight gap, but can't quite see to that position. Nonetheless, they seem encouraged to go in. Certainly are. Lekro takes Get Right. Rez with 1. Needs to stay alive. He's being pursued by Golden, but he stands tall and does well at New Box. On top of that, though, Flush is wrapped right. He wants rotations, and he's got them at least for now. Dennis gets 1 back. And it's Rez still in the back of the site, still alive. That's saving this round for NiP. Bomb down as well. JW the last alive, 14 seconds. AWP in his hands. And I doubt he even gets away with it. Certainly not. Not with Forrest waiting.
Not with Forrest waiting there, but it's Rez to step up tremendously. They're at the new boxes. You can see it looked a little bit awkward there. Get Right trying to throw a creative flashbang towards the top of the roof. It's an exposed position. If you throw it correctly, I assume it's very OP and does a lot of... blinding effects towards the T's coming in there, but Rez manages to save the day. I'm sure we can have a look back at that as NiP actually break the money of fnatic. They will be force buying here. 2 AK-47s and 2 pistols, 1 UMP. They know that the money will be weak for NiP. They can somehow squeeze out this round, and that will mean they can run away with the game and call it GG. For now, though, they've got a tall task ahead of them, a fully equipped NiP side of the AWP as well as the rifles, and Dennis will get the first headshot. That's what we talk about, the AK-47. You can hold tighter angles, go for the one-tap kills. Smokes will be deployed. AW. Fire off a shot towards the arch, hoping an AWP would challenge.
So Flush backs away with the MAC-10 in hand. Just trying to hold on to what they've got for money, but this is going to give NiP a further chance, especially with the man advantage. Draken needs to be careful trying to peek toward the top of mid. Flashed off it just as they wrap around, so gives Golden a good run toward the site. He'll back off. He's got the bomb. If he went alone and the op shot landed, it would have been severely detrimental for fnatic. W at Cubby wants to spray into the smoke. Dennis will take the exchange, but not expose himself too far left of the door frame. Right's read this. He's realized this is taking a while. They want the arch. He's gone back to B, and bomb is dropped by Rez. Yet again, he plays well inside the B site. Good peek from JW. And that's going to open up CT spawn. Get Right's wise to it. Plays from Ruins. Catches the wraparound with the M4. Back to 13-13 and money for NiP.
Good play by the Ninjas. 4 players surviving. fnatic trying the CT spawn split there. Trying to get through to the B bomb site, under-equipped and not finding much at all apart from 1 kill. Good awareness by NiP to shut it down nice and early. No bomb planted means they should be on full eco here. Now NiP Ball is in their court as we go into number 12. This is going to go the full distance by the looks of things. P50's Deagles, one set of armor, that's for Lecro. Draken might be able to investigate a bit more towards T-steps now, knowing the orb is very unlikely. He does indeed. Doesn't find anything, but he'll just fall back towards the quad side now. Well then, it's going to be 14-13 in favour of the Ninjas here after dropping Cobblestone. This is looking much better. 8-7 in their favour in the first half. It's the pistol here in the second. JW with that amazing ace, if you remember. Could have been a different story though. Forest had the kill on the plate, couldn't hit the shot. But still, bouncing back and finding 13-13.
13-13. JW wants in. Get Right's going to hold it from CT. Got to smoke down late. JW knows that he's up close there for Lecro. Deagles him down, and now Rez under pressure once more. Imagine they steal this round. It seems that when you open the gates to B, you could flood the site quickly with pistols, and Rez is overwhelmed. JW wraps around. They've got position. I thought Dennis was going to lose out on that. They do trade it. JW gets him down with the AK picked up. Bomb is planted. Draken's missed. It's all going wrong for NiP.
It really is. Remember, this is pretty much a full eco round. This snowball effect of getting that extra kill with no response. Forest, though, brings it into the 2-on-2. JW trying to sneak through towards CT Spawn, but Draken doesn't have the ideal weapon for this retake. AWP at close range, not known for its multi-frag potential. Forest has to come in now and back him up. He takes one, should be able to recover the round. 1v1 now. He knows he's up against Draken. He's come out the pistol and just about come out on top. It looks like he just about has time there. It's going to be close, but he has got it. Well played by NiP. Certainly not comfortable, but Draken does manage to deliver at least the advantage for now. 14-13, but plenty of
Is that the noise it makes when you run out of sprays?
What's that?
You hear like the rattling of the bottle? Is that when you're
No,
low?
you'll hear that every time.
Oh, I thought you only heard the spray. I don't
No.
ever use them,
Yeah,
so
yeah, you do hear it every time.
I like never, literally never.
Yeah.
I think I sprayed it like twice. I think I have the crossed knives, the two knives across each other. I don't even know.
No, you don't see them that much anymore. They did that silly thing of making them limited. So
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
guess they're trying to make an ecosystem for themselves.
It's not like they've done that with
Yeah.
skins or stickers or any of those things.
No, indeed. That's what the problem is now. They've already done it. Be outraged if they changed it. So
Well, you have to change it. I'm sorry. Spare your outrage and look on the positive
I've
sides.
already bought so many of these. Now you're making them
Unlimited.
infinite. Yeah.
How dare you take my $3?
The shots towards the boost positions. Remember, NiP homing in on match point right now, but everything's stable in terms of money on either side. Double AWP set up though for the Ninjas. Rez and Draken this time. Like we said, they do change things up. So Dennis, Forest, and the second the AWP Rez, indeed. As they'll go for an A play here. They didn't have to. They've got mid control. You can always fall back. CTs. This is a very common setup for them just to hold the bomb side inserts.
Forest. Trying to spot one toward the apartments. It's golden to wrap around. There's no one actually going to be coming out from that doorway still. They'll leave flush up to watch the bottom side of Banana. Forest wins out his first exchange. Golden's got the shot inside of the site though, and Dennis is dropped. It's Golden looking for Forest to follow it. This round for NiP could secure the game. This round for fnatic could crack it wide open. They've got the man advantage. Draken fires a shot, not needing to, but they still don't know that he's in the corner because Get Right got Golden. And it's a good response to take out Crims. 2 versus 2 once more. Bomb to be planted in a great position. I'm sorry, Get Right, that's the end of you.
Absolutely is. 2 versus 1. Rez looks out of his depth for this round. We'll see if he can do anything with this. He's going to be him making his way through. Rez, MVP in hand. That's going to be a damage shot. Surely spells he will not be taking the round. Bomb taken away. Pins it in. Lecro takes him down. We're all tied up once again. We are going the full distance, ladies and gentlemen. And will be money in the bin, though, for NiP. I assume they'll take a full eco. There's no reason to force this at all. Like, you should just aim. Oh, my goodness, they're going for it. All right. Well, there you go. They want to deny it. I think you should have gone for the overtime. I don't think this is the right call at all. If they lose this, they are done for. So much pressure on their shoulders now. They're going for it. And it has to be Draken to hit the first shot. Well played. He'll fall back now. That's what the top orders to do. Get the first kill, show your presence, rotate through, but still under-equipped. CZs. This really is the all-in play. Lose this, game should be done.
Off gone already.
Yeah, it's
Fnatic's
Regs now.
gonna
Has
rush
to get
this
one.
down. Oh, he's missed the spray.
that
It's
was
not
dead.
gone well. Golden with the shot. And Fnatic with the lead. Alex Machine Richardson, the greatest NiP fanboy in the world, looking rather upset by this.
4-3, and it will be the bomb going down. Golden, like I said, I think they need to save the pistols now. They're not going to win this round. They might just save the armor and use it for the next round. You have to just say, all right, boys, enough's enough. They're not going to do it, though. They're going all in really hard. They're pushing the envelope here. They get one kill. It's not disastrous right now. It comes down to the 2-on-2. Crims 1 versus 1. Forest low HP, but that is going to be a match point for Fnatic, and it was a good attempt. It comes down to the 1 versus 1, but as you can see, 2K per player now. I really would have liked maybe just a partial buy there and play for overtime, and now so much pressure mounting for them. NiP, it was a great run here on Inferno, but it feels like it's coming to its logical conclusion. 5-7s, Desert Eagle, 3 CZs, 1 defuse kit for Draken. And Fnatic know the money's low. They'll have a coach tracking their economy for them. They'll just play a default here and work out what kind of weaponry they have. Huge investment from Draken in the previous round to buy the AWP and got the epic kill. But he didn't change his spot up. He just stayed there at B, got taken down.
Double stack to bags to try and bait Get Right. Dennis there as well with a nade. So close yet so far for NiP. At 14-14, they get broken. 14-13 rather. Draken will fall off to the site with the 5-7. CZ75 for Dennis to try and work back in toward the top of middle. JW to swing. Dennis is ready, but only for 1. Perhaps not even that. As damage is dealt, but JW fires over the shoulder of his teammate to take him down with the AK-47. That's going to call for the aid of Get Right. Late smoke already down, can't do anything with it. Draken's going to have to take the damage and cop it back toward the site instead. Smoke really just desperate at this point in time to buy time, and you're right, this is going to be a Draken. Sure to go down. They even want to go for knives. Insult to injury. You talk about Swedish pride, it's more like Swedish, we're better than you.
Swedish fish.
Oh, is that a thing?
Lovely candy.
Is it?
Yeah, it's nice.
Oh, I think I've had Swedish berries, Swedish fish, the little red sugar treats. Yeah, all right, Rez, you get 1 kill. Congratulations. Now move along, because Fnatic are going to go 2 games up in their standings. Their slow start, and NiP not necessarily on an immediate honeymoon. Maybe that's a good thing. Every time they've had an immediate honeymoon, it's just gone downhill afterwards.
Yeah, I think that's fair to say. But a decent map from NiP. You can't expect instant success here, but a good showing. I think Dennis has proven himself to be a great fragger and in-game leader at the same time. That's always been a bit of a problem for NiP. Fnatic, though, looks strong, like JW, the 30 bomb there. Remember, it could have been a different story. 3rd round, full eco victory for Fnatic, and then NiP should have won the pistol in the second half as well, but Forest missing that key shot towards the arch after JW gets an ace. JW carried them to success, and I think NiP, with that pistol, they probably would have won the game. So
couldn't have said it better myself. Hi, Alex.
Hi, dude.
Take it away.
I mean, that's what these guys are going to be probably talking about, Henry. There is like 2 or 3 rounds, that force buy with the Kevlar CZs. I saw you kind of recoil in disgust.
It's just like, it's one of those things. I know, because in Pro League it's a bit different, because you're going for the wins here. You don't really want to play for overtime. You want the 3 points, right? So I understand why they do it. They want to make sure they get 3 points instead. But still, for me, I don't think that was the buy that was going to get them that. Now they've ended up with nothing. They get no points.
And just secondary to that, because I'm going to ask these guys the same question. Of course, Yanko and Chad hanging out just before we say goodbye to you. 1, there was 3 alive and they were retaking. Would it have genuinely made a good impact, a good difference, had they just backed up to score?
That's what I said. I think that's one of the hardest bomb sites to retake in the game. When the smokes are down, you've got a man disadvantage, you've got no utility, you've got 3 CZs. I think with the arm and the CZ, you could have been using that the next round, at least try a bit harder to
grab
get
a UMP or something.
Exactly. So that could have been a better idea. I think that was the right call.
Okay, thank you so much. That's Hank, and that is the tank, known as Sadakis. We'll be talking to more of them when we do get into our next affair. That's a good thing, I think. Anyway, we'll talk to them in a bit.
With you, Alex. Bye.
See you later. That's Matt Trivet and Henry Greer. Now, Yanko and Chad are joining me. And, I mean, just to kind of replicate some of the questions I've just directed over there, I mean, it is kind of one of those games where we can pinpoint where that was taken away from NiP to 3 or 4 situations.
Yeah, obviously there were more rounds, you know, that could have gone a different ways. Some things about the game plan, but it's really difficult to look past those rounds, right? Yeah. Losing the full eco in the first half, that denied them a great start, and also in the second half, obviously that pistol round. I mean, Forrest, I don't know, 99 times out of 100, he gets that shot and wins the round. But you have to remember, it was basically a 2v4 from Fnatic,
right,
that even before that, they shouldn't have been in the situation where Forest was in that 1v1.
Henry was praising JW though, saying he was playing it perfectly. Actually, I believe it was Matt kind of attacked
With
the
that
perfect
smoke,
tag.
yeah.
Do you agree that that was a very incredibly well executed 1v4?
He played it very well, especially when it got down to the 1v2, seeking out that kill, you know, being able to isolate a 1v1. That was fantastic for him to be able to pull that off. But when you're going from there, and he got very lucky. But when we're talking about luck in situations or situations that shouldn't have gone one way or another, we have to say, you know, we have to put the shoe on the other foot. And we have to look at it. Geralt won a 1v3 and a 1v2. So sure, rounds went ways that Fnatic probably shouldn't have won. The same thing happened with the guys from NiP. But how many players on Fnatic won a AWP? Right? Like in the first map, I saw 3 people AWP. It was Flusher, JW, and Lekro all had the AWP on Cobblestone. And then I saw Crim's AWP. I've seen it all. I have seen it all now that I've seen Crims pick up the AWP on Inferno playing that arch side, and he actually had impact with it.
Haven't Fnatic been experimenting with this for a while, Yanko?
I think there have been different players picking it up, mostly due to position, but it only happens for a round or two for guys like Crims, right? I mean, obviously not going to be the primary AWPer and whip it out all the time and move around the map. That's going to be JW's job, as you can see on your screen. So I think all in all, obviously a very close game. I think that last force that Henry was mentioning, I think the reason why NiP decided to go for it is because they had enough money for an op on Draken, and that was a surprise for Fnatic. They got the pick, they were in a 5v4, but after that, Rez within that close range shot with the CZ, that kind of sealed their fate.
So just to kind of completely lock down your opinion on this, you weren't completely upset with the AWP and CZ buy?
No, I wasn't upset 100% because one, the surprise factor with the AWP can get you a kill. That was,
and it did,
they did get that, and I think after that Draken should have moved to A. And the CZs had at least some utility. They had smoke, so if you play it well, you get that kill early on, then they have to take it a bit more slowly. Then you can save up a smoke. If there's 40 seconds left, you put down a smoke behind it with a CZ, that can be pretty dangerous. Unfortunately, after that initial pick, they didn't play it optimally. But yeah, I'm okay with that because the surprise factor.
Does that echo your sentiments towards the kind of the round 14 buy, or round 14? Yeah, round 14.
It's one of those things, right? It's just a coin toss at the end of the day. It's going to work out one way or the other. But I agree with Yanko. You know, once you have that AWP and you find an opening kill, or even if you show presence, it's always good to move it around in that CT side.
Is that a call you'd have made though? You see the money, you know it's OT if you get full weapons next round. Is that the call you make, Chad?
I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Like maybe he's gone. Yeah, we can win it off. I'll get some kills. You know,
or Draken's saying I can get an AWP,
exactly.
And you're kind of like, you know what, why not?
Exactly right.
Yeah.
So
I
think the call was fine.
Absolutely. Okay, well that's it. You know what? That's going to be Fnatic NiP. We get to see some of the extra highlights as well. There was some fantastic fragging from both sides of the court, as it were. Inferno was where the battle was down. This is some of the Crims AWPing we were talking about, just cropping up now.
Brilliant.
But he was fragging with it. He was, and that's just another player on the Fnatic list, Chad, that seems to be willing to wield this and do so well.
Yeah, but it's confusing, right? Like I don't necessarily think you need to have a star AWPer in your team, right? You don't need to build. You don't need a Kenny Ash. You don't need a Guardian. You don't need anything like that. But if you're just going to have 5 different players in the server, because Golden's picked up the AWP as well, all 5 players are just going to pick up the AWP at a different point. Then it's not clear, so there's no game plan. It makes it much more difficult to read, but there just has to be a lot more theory done because you need to know how to play certain scenarios.
You'll be seeing more from Fnatic though. Don't panic if you're a Fnatic fan. You got your team shirt and your Fnatic mug ready. You get to see them play some more Counter-Strike. As our last game of the evening was a little bit of a sandwich though between our Fnatic affairs versus G2 up next. We actually get to see first North versus Na'Vi. We get to see the Danes debut their new roster. Kirby. Get the snake emojis ready and all of your dank memes because we're jumping into North versus Na'Vi after this.
Incendiary out.